Hi everyone, today's lesson is going to be about prime and composite numbers. There are some important things that we need to keep in mind. The meaning of the word factors. Factors are two or more numbers that you multiply together to form a product. I am multiplying two or more numbers together to form a product. For example, if I say 2 times 3, it's going to be a 6. So the numbers 2 and 3 are the factors of the number 6. When I say 7 times 8 is a 56, this means that the numbers 7 and 8 are the factors of the number 56. So they are the numbers we multiply together to form a number. One more important thing, what's a prime number? A prime number is a whole number that has exactly two factors, 1 and the number itself. What does this mean? If, for example, I have the number 11, what factors can I multiply together to get the number 11? The only two factors are 1 and 11. There are no other factors I multiply together to get 11. So 1 and 11 itself are the only factors of 11. So 11 is prime. It has exactly two factors. Now let's move on to the next number, which is 17. What are the factors of 17? The only factors I can multiply together to get 17 is 1 and 17. What does this mean? 1 and 17 itself are the only factors of 17. So 17 is a prime number. 11 and 17 are prime numbers because they have exactly two factors. One of the factors is the number 1 and the other factor is the number itself. 11 is the same, it's the number itself. 17, it's the same, it's the number itself. Now, a composite number. What's a composite number? It is a whole number that has more than two factors. How? For example, if I have the number 12 and I ask you to list all the factors of number 12. 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 6 is a 12, and 3 times 4 is a 12. After 3 times 4, I'll have 4 times 3. But 4 times 3 is the same as 3 times 4, as if the factors are being repeated. I cross this one out and I stop here because this is a sign that I need to stop. No more factors for this number. What can I say over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 are all factors of 12. So 12 is a composite number. It has more than two factors. So a prime number has only two factors, 1 and the number itself, while a composite number has more than two factors. Let's see. The numbers 1 and 0 are neither prime nor composite. 1 has only one factor. 1 is the number 1. You cannot multiply any two factors together to get 1. And 0 is the multiple of all numbers. So it's infinite. 1 and 0 are neither prime nor composite. Use divisibility rules to help you decide if the number is prime or composite. Number 13. What are the factors of the number 13? What numbers can you multiply together? First, I start with 1 times 13. This is not found in the 2 times table or in the 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 9 or 10. So the number 13 has only two factors, 1 and the number itself, then it's definitely a prime number. Let's move on to 21. I have 1 times 21. And it's not divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 3. 2 plus 1 is a 3. So 3 times 7 is a 21. Now, I can stop here, and this number has more than two factors, so it's definitely composite. Let's see 23. Of course, I have 1 times 23 is a 23. This is not divisible by 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 9 or 10. So it has only two factors, the number 1 and the number itself, then it's definitely a prime number. 70. Of course, I start by 1 times 70. Okay, what else? I can directly figure out it's a 10 times 7. I can stop now without listing all the other factors. Since it has more than two factors, then it is composite. Now 63. Of course, I have 1 times 63. Is it divisible by any other number? Well, if I add 6 to the 3, then this is going to be 9. Then this number is going to be divisible by 3. It's 3 times a number. I don't need to find it out. All I need to know is that this number is divisible by so many factors, so it is composite. It has more than 2 factors. 85, of course, I have 1 times 85, and since it ends with a 5, then it is 5 times a certain number. Again, I do not have to find it here. I know that this number has more than 2 factors, then it's definitely a composite number. Let's move on to something else. List all the factors of the following numbers. Here, I need to find out all the factors we multiply together to get, for example, the number 12. We start. I have 1 multiplied by 12. I have 2 multiplied by 6. Then I have 3 multiplied by 4. Then I have 4 multiplied by 3. But watch out. 4 times 3 is the same as 3 times 4. The number are repeated. This is a sign that I need to stop. There are no more factors for the number 12. So let's list in order the factors of the number 12. I start with the 1, then the 2, then the 3, and after the 3 I've got the 4, and then I've got the 6, and finally the number 12. Let's move on to another example, which is the number 60. Of course, I have 1 times 60. Is the number 60 divisible by 2? It ends with a 0, then it's definitely divisible by 2. So to check 2 times what number is 60, I need to divide the number 60 by 2. 6 divided by 2 is a 3, times 2, 6, subtract, drop the 0, 0 divided by 2 is a 0, and subtract 0. So it's 2 times 30. Is this number divisible by 3? If I add the 6 to the 0, then it's a 6, then definitely it's divisible by 3. So 3 times what number is 60? I divide the number 60 by 3. 6 divided by 3 is a 2. Then this is a 6. Subtract 0. Drop down the 0. Divided by 3 is another 0. Subtract 0. So it's 3 times 20. Is this number divisible by 4? Let's check. If I divide the 60 by 4, 6 divided by 4 is a 1. 4, 6 minus 4 is a 2. Drop down the 0. That's a 5. And that's a 20, remainder 0, so it's 4 times 15. Is it divisible by 5? 5 times what number is 60? Let's check. 60 divided by 5, that's a 1 times 5, it's a 5. Subtract 1 and drop down the 0, that's a 2, 10, and the remainder is 0, so it's 5 times 12. Is it divisible by 6? Of course, because it's divisible by 2 and 3. Well, what is it going to be? It's going to be a 6 times a 10. That's very easy. Is it divisible by 9? No, since 6 plus 0 is a 6, and 6 is not a multiple of 9. Is it divisible by 10? It ends with a 0, of course, so it's 10 multiplied by 6. Watch out. 10 multiplied by 6 is the same as 6 multiplied at 10. So I'm going to cross these out, and this is a sign that there are no numbers I can multiply together, or factors I can multiply together to get the number 60. Let us now write the factors in order. I have 1, then I have the 2, then I have the 3, then I have 4, then we move on to 5, and then I have the 6 over here. After that, I am going to move on to the 10. Then I move on to this number, which is the 12. Then to this number, which is 15. Then I move on to the 20. And then I move on to the 30. And finally, I have the number 60. All of these numbers listed here are the factors of the number 60, and I found them out using divisibility rules and using long division. That's our lesson for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.